All right. Okay, so I'm going live and I'm just going to play guitar. All right. Okay, so I'm going live and I'm just going to play guitar and do some talking. Okay, so I'm going live and I'm just going to. All right, so if anybody joins, all the better. If not, this will be for prosperity. See what happens. This is a homemade SG with a original kind of style neck. Let's see who's listening. I'm just going to type here, say hi when you come in. Is that an M or an I? It's an N. Well, if you enjoy this kind of stuff, well, I see somebody has joined in here, so just say hi. Tell me where you're from. Welcome. Say hi. just joined, just say hi. Tell me what you want to talk about. Well, this is a homemade SG guitar. It's a parts build. I bought the body and the parts and everything, built it myself, and one of my friends tuned it up really nice. It has a Segal neck, which is quite different from the actual SG itself. Where are you from, Mike? Well, welcome, Austin, Texas. I'm in Montreal, Canada. Yeah, I like this. I mean, just because I built it doesn't make me, biased. But I have 17 guitars, and this is one of my favorites. The touch is super, super nice. I got these H style pickups, humbuckers that are basically based on. Help me out here. Gretsch style pickups. I got a fake Bigsby, which doesn't really go out of tune very often. So what kind of guitar do you play, Mike? What's your favorite style of guitar or brand? That's cool. Do you have like actual Gibsons, which I would love to have one day? I'd love to have a red Gibson SG, but actually the SG I love the most is the one that Frank Zappa had. It was basically a chocolate brown faded. It was just a beautiful SG. I don't know if you know which one I'm talking about. If I had the capacity to go get the picture and post it, I'd do it right now, but it seems like a lot of work. You know which one I'm talking about? I had an Epiphone 335 dot for a while, but I never played it. The honking big sound, which I love when I hear like Ted Nugent do it and all that, wasn't my style for playing. You know, it didn't motivate me to play. You know, so I sold it. I mean, I got some good money off of it, but it was okay. You know. Sorry, I just got a text. I shouldn't answer text while I'm fucking doing live shit. Yeah, so do you know the guitar I'm talking about with Frank Zappa? If you're still there, I don't know if you're still there. Just give me a life sign if you are. Because right now, you're my co-host. You're the only one talking to me. Which is kind of cool. Austin, Texas, my friend's been there. He says it's a beautiful city. I'd love to go to Texas. I mean, it seems, Texas seems to have its own flavor. You know, everything I know or heard about Texas has always been positive. All right, Mike, nice meeting you. Come back next live feed, enjoy and have fun and enjoy your evening off, and hope work wasn't too hard on you. So have a great evening, my friend. Nice to meet you. Anybody else watching, chime in the text and we'll have a conversation. So there's 3 of you out there. Somebody's got to have a keyboard and say hi. call you number 4 because you're the one that just popped in. How are you, number 4? And give me a text. Tell me where you're from. As you can see, this fake Bixby from Amazon, no, sorry, it was from eBay. I think I paid $70 for it. It doesn't go out of tune very often. Hey, how's it going? 1UK3. How you doing, buddy? Anybody who just joined, leave me a note. Join the chat. Well, we got 6 people in here. Nobody's talking. Hey, come on. Somebody pick up the keyboard and send me a little hello, a little love here. Come on. I guess you're from the UK, Mr. 1UK3. Whereabouts? Okay, number 5, why don't you say something? All right, what I've learned, any of you out there are guitar players, which if you're watching, that's probably the reason you're watching. What I've learned is there's no bad notes. The only notes that are bad are the ones that are followed by a good one. So when you hit a bad note and you go to a good one, it's just an intro. And I learned that from jazz players and blues players. I'm not a great player. I just enjoy playing. But I enjoy not worrying about mistakes, and that's the big thing. Don't worry about mistakes, you know, because mistakes are sometimes great little moments, you know. Well, there's 4 of you out there and nobody's typing. Maybe you're on your phone, maybe you can't type. I get that. But if you can, just say hi. Enjoying a good homemade wine, having fun, jamming. Got a couple of you out there watching. This is fun. A couple new viewers, and just say hi. Hi, new viewers. Well, a couple new viewers out there. Say hi. Well, everybody just left. Well, anyways, that's all good. It's the way it goes. Hello, new viewers. say hi. Welcome, new viewer. Say something, say hi, where are you from? And more new viewers. Say hi, tell me where you're from. UK3, one UK3, Brain Stew. I don't know that, and I gotta tell you, I'm not a cover guy. I'm really not into covers. I have this philosophy: if you practice covers, you're wasting time creating. I have like 400 songs on SoundCloud, and that's just what I do. I just create new music. If you want to hear some of my music that I've created, I'll play some on audio files, because I don't have the whole band here with me. But yeah, no, I would love to play that for you. So where are you from, one UK3? Oh, okay, because I saw UK in your name, so I thought you were from the UK. Sorry about that. I could actually put on something for you that I did recently. I'll play it in the background and we can just talk. This is my latest creation. All there is drums and guitar right now. It's just something I came up with last week, really. San Antonio, I'd like to go there one day. I'd like to live, not live, but visit the South. I'd like to live somewhere south. I don't know where, but I'd like to visit the South of the United States. I like to do camping, and it'd be great to go camping, you know, in all those southern states and just enjoy the good weather. Of course, you got to deal with the scorpions and the snakes and the wildcats, but hey, what the hell, you know? In Quebec here, where I live, you got to deal with the bears and the cougars and... But black bears are pretty safe. They're like dogs. They get scared off easily. They're scavengers. It's the brown bears. Well, not all brown bears, because some brown bears are grizzlies and some bears aren't. But brown bears are nasty. They actually kill for pleasure. William Robinson, New Orleans. The Saints. Who dat? Love that shit, man. That's my favorite team. I got the helmet on my wall in my living room, and I always wear my jersey every Sunday, whether they play or not. Respect. So, nice to meet you. Unless you're not a football fan, which I'm sorry if you live there. Hope you are. You play guitar, William? Anybody else join in the chat? Like, I'm really down to chat with you guys. I'll play some more guitar if you want, whatever you want. It's getting warmer here in Montreal, Quebec. We had a cold winter. Bass guitar, yeah, I have a bass. I got a cheap Squire P bass, and that's what I use when I do my recording. I know it's not a great guitar, but I mean, for the price it was good for the studio. But I have a better guitar, bass guitar in the back, and my bass player brings over a handcrafted guitar bass that he got from a friend locally. Chili, hey, how's it going, Claudio? Great stuff. A PSR? No, actually, it's an SG with a PSR neck. It's a I made this myself. It's homemade. It's a parts guitar. Yeah, the Squires sound good. I mean, I don't have any complaints. The playability is a little limited, but it sounds good. Yeah, the SG really sounds good. I'll play it after this song if you want to hear it. It's a nice sounding guitar. I love the neck, and it goes good with the SG body, I think. I was building guitars during the pandemic thinking I was going to make money, but the guitar prices just like went crazy, and there was no money to make on cheap guitars because everything was going cheap. They were lowering the prices, so I just stopped making them. I built like 7 guitars, no, maybe 8, 9, and I sold 4 of them for a good price, but it wasn't a profitable business. Yeah, so this is my new song playing right now. I mean, it's only bass and drums, guitar and drums, sorry. It's missing the bass, the keyboards, and the vocals, obviously. But it's coming. I'll play it on here next when it's done. So how's the weather in Chile? Sure, it's better than here. Well, it's melting now, so we're getting less snowbanks. They're melting slowly. Nice bass. Yeah, I've never played one, but I know guys who've had them. My friend's bass is homemade by a local luthier. Just when I play that thing, it's like butter, literally butter. So who's a guitarist in here? Let me know who plays guitar or any instrument, whatever. It doesn't matter. I love music, and I'd like to know what you guys do as a passion. Sorry, I'm not looking at the camera. I'm looking at the text. If I look at the camera, I wouldn't see what you guys are writing. I started playing guitar a year ago. Bought a Fender Player 2 some months ago. Oh, nice. I saw a review on the Fender Player 2, and it was actually pretty good. Okay, I'll stop this music, and I'll play some guitar. Unless you want me to keep playing more music. I got, no, the stuff I have is, I got a Gretsch. Jet Player. I never heard that one. I never heard of that one. I think Gretsch is really cool. Well, these are Gretsch pickups on this guitar. Gretsch Imitation Pickups by Warman, which is a British company. Very nice sounding pickups. They're very, they're dirty but clean at the same time. Sounds contradictory, but the song you just heard was actually played let me shut that up. I was actually played on a customized God, I'm going to forget the name. It starts with a W. Anyways, it's a known brand, and I customized it. I customized the paint job and the pickups, and obviously the the saddle is from a Strat. My buddy of mine, a really great guitar tuner-upper, he turned it into a baritone, which is tuned to A with the string necessary to tune to A, but I tuned it to open D. So when you strum it, it's an open D. That's what I recorded that last song on, which is, it's really cool. So it's got a heavy thumping sound on the open strings because it's D D A. So like you can't get crazier than that. Filtertrons, yeah. I didn't buy those because they were too expensive. I bought the Warren version from England, which actually really sound good. Any other guitar players in here, or anybody playing musical instrument, just chime in. I'd like to hear about it. So I'm going to play some guitar so we're not bored until people start chatting. Started practicing blues and minor chords. Yeah, minor chords are so dramatic. I love them. Like an A minor. You can't get more dramatic. love minor chords. Every chord structure has its own feeling to it, which is really cool. Some chords sound sad, some chords sound happy, some sound moody, and yeah, it's really cool. So I like that you're doing minor chords. It's pretty cool. Welcome, new viewers. Contribute to the chat and let's see what we can talk about. Here's my Gretsch Player Edition Dual Jet Electric Guitar. Bourbon Flame, that sounds cool. Bourbon Flame, I like that. I wish we could share pictures. I'd like to see it, but I can't. I don't know how that works really. I'm really new at all this. I'm just a guitar player who likes to talk. But yeah, William. I mean, actually, my uncle's name was William, which we called him Bill, and I have never understood how William became Bill. Maybe you can explain that to me, because my uncle Bill was actually William, which is my middle name. Actually, my name is Kevin William Guy Joseph. I won't mention my last name because it doesn't make sense anyways. Yeah, so William, Bill. Do people call you Bill, William? That's my question, because I'm curious about that. Russell. Rusty. Wow, that's pretty cool. I mean, Russell and Rusty is unexpected. Bill, like I said, like most people call William are called Bill, but Wow, that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm called Kevin, and people call me Kev or Kevin. That's pretty much it, you know. My middle name is William Guy Joseph, so nobody calls me Guy or William, obviously, because my name's Kevin, right? Well, yeah, that's interesting. I mean, Russell and Rusty are kind of cool. I know a guy from work called Russell, where I retired from, and he's a cool guy. And Rusty, I mean, that's like, where did they get Rusty from William? I don't understand that, but that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, names and stuff like that. I love the origin of stuff. Like, you ever hear the expression "Bob's your uncle"? Bob's your uncle is an old expression from Britain. It's probably not common in the States. It's a little more common in Canada because we're more British associated, as far as heritage. Uh, Bob's your uncle comes from a prime minister in England who was called uh, Bob, Robert Bob, and he hired his nephew for a cabinet position. So the joke around England was, "Hey, if Bob's your uncle, you're in." And that's where Bob's your uncle came as an existence. If your uncle's Bob, you're in. So Bob's your uncle is the answer. No, I wouldn't imagine Bob your uncle's a thing in the States. No, though I've never heard of those pickups, Sheb. Um, the name in itself sounds pretty interesting. I can barely pronounce this. Sustainianic. Yeah, they sound like they're cool because who doesn't like sustain, right? But I have to look that up, and maybe in the next podcast I'll do a review or talk about it or something. But yeah, no, I've never heard of that. But it's cool. Uh, there's so many pickups out there. When I was building guitars, I was looking at pickups all over the place, and there's so many. Okay, you know what? I haven't heard of them, but I know Steve Vai. His sound is phenomenal. The sustain he gets is like godlike. It's like a note from heaven when he rings that note and it just holds on there. I saw him live in Montreal a couple of years ago. I was a little disappointed because he was shredding more than he was playing. Like, I like the shredding, but he he does also play emotionally when he's really into it. And that night he wasn't into it. He was just shredding and emits an electromagnetic field to create string vibrations, kind of like holding your guitar up to a speaker to create feedback. Oh, that's pretty cool. I like that. Well, thanks for the contribution. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I might have to look them up because I got 17 guitars. One of them could use those pickups. Probably, probably. Well, are they humbuckers or single coil? If you're still here, because if they're humbuckers, I got a few guitars that could use pickups. Single coil, not so much. Well, maybe no. Actually, I do have a homemade guitar here. I call it Blue Jean. This one I made myself, and this could use some sustain. This is a nice guitar. No, I don't do covers, Squid. I'm an original composer. I don't really do covers. So I'm really sorry, I'm not that guy. And I can't figure out if the humbucker version has a dummy pickup in it or not. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna look them up. If they have single coils, I might put it on that guitar. Hey, well, Squid, thanks for showing up, man. I mean, this is just a good time. I pick up the guitar every now and then. I chat, whatever, like play some music. So I don't do requests, but if you like blues, that's my style. Um, this is for you, Squid. I'm gonna do something in A minor. Thanks, Squid. So, do you play guitar, Squid? Yeah, the tone's good. This guitar really. I built this, well, for Squid because everybody else has heard this already. I built this guitar out of parts, and basically it's a Frankenstein guitar. And I just love the sound of the pickups on this guitar. Do you play any instruments, Squid? Well, dude, that's what counts, man. If you're having fun playing guitar and you're doing what you can with what you got, that's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. There's no mistakes. It's just learning and moving forward, you know? Hey, Ian, oh, sorry, Ian or Ian? I'm not really sure because I'm from Canada and we pronounce things differently. You play guitar, bro? Cool. Folk and fireside songs. Yeah, that's where I suck at that. I mean, I really don't like that. Ian, okay. Good phonetic spelling. I like that. I'm from Canada too. Hey, cool, Squid. Where are you from? I'm from Montreal, dude. Well, actually, outside Montreal. I'm on the west side of Montreal. Small town called Hudson, Quebec. You know, 5,000 people. We're a small town. No, it's not. Actually, it's getting warmer, dude. It's melting, man. It's like really melting. We had 5 degrees today. I don't know what that is in U.S. Fahrenheit and all that. I really suck at that because I learned that Celsius stuff as a kid. Yeah. Well, what city you from? Yeah, blues rock is my thing, man. Downtown Toronto. I got a buddy who lives in downtown Front Street. Okay. Dandelions. I got a couple of months before we see dandelions here, my friend Shed. Yeah, I've been to Toronto a few times. I have a buddy that lives there. He's a musician too, and I like Toronto. I didn't like it back in the '80s, but now I think it's pretty cool. I guess it's evolved, it's changed, it's gotten more mellow and harder too. It's getting heavy there too at the same time. Kind of a mixture of things, you know. Yeah, I'm jealous about the dandelion shed. Seriously, man. I got snowbanks just melting and shit. It's just crazy. So we got nine people. No, not many people chatting. So whoever's out there with a keyboard, say hello. And tell me where you're from, man. Do you play music? What do you got? Kind of guitar, amp, bass, all kinds of stuff. You know, drums. Yeah, I do. Like I said, I don't do covers. I've never practiced covers. The only covers I know are a couple of Zeppelin songs, and I do them poorly because I don't practice. I really do a lot of original stuff. Yeah, but Shab, once you start buying guitars, it just never ends. Yeah, I got a Zeppelin tattoo. I got Zeppelin on the wall. Zeppelin 1 is in the corner there. I got a Zeppelin album on the wall over here. I got Zeppelin in my living room. People freak out with my Zeppelin shit. Yeah, it's Greta Van Copy or cover. I call them Greta Van Copy Van, but yeah, they do touch on that. I I don't know that song, Squid. No, sorry, Ian. I don't know that song. Love that old school wood saw. Yeah, that thing's 100 years old. You know how many people bled and sweated over that to feed their families? That's so fucking cool. Yeah, I do dabble into jazz, but I'm a blues rocker. It just seems to be my style, you know. Yeah, they do sound like Zeppelin, Greta Van cover. I got the saw. I used to live in a building right next to an antique shop, which the guy who owned the place was my buddy, and I saw the saw outside one day, and I said, "Dude, I gotta have it." He sold it to me for 75 bucks, and it was clean, but I left it out in the rain for like 6 months, so it got like really weathered, and now it looks so fucking cool. It's unbelievable. Yeah, I love the saw, man. hollow body. Yeah. I had a hollow body. I didn't like the honking sound. I don't know if I think I said that before. The honking sound is cool, but it's not my style. I'm a Les Paul fanatic, and I also love Tellys. I should show this to anybody in here who likes guitars. I have the Jimmy Page, which I customized with the pickguard. I didn't like the mirror pickguard, so I put the standard Telly pickguard on it. But this is the signature Jimmy Page Dragon guitar, which there was only 200 in Canada, and I got one. Yeah, it's fucking cool. Zeppelin 1 was recorded with this guitar. It's the exact replica. Yeah. It's even got his signature on the back there. So it's a copy, and obviously it's a print and press kind of thing, you know. But he did do the actual signature originally, so kind of means something. I mean, I'm a huge Page fan. I mean, you know, I'm a big Page fan. So Jimmy Page is the guitarist that inspired me to play guitar. Actually, the bridge on this Telly cracked, and I have to change it. I put another one in there, but it's too thick, so I got to get my tech guy to change it. Well, it's cool that your friend inspired you, because that's like, it's gold, man. Whoever inspires you to play music and do something creative is somebody you should be thankful for, honestly, because I everybody I know who has kids, like I'm gonna be 60 soon. I have a lot of friends who have kids in their 20s and 30s, and when they pick up an instrument, I am like in there 100%, like inspire them and encourage them, and you gotta pay it forward. You know, you gotta pass on the inspiration that you got from somebody else. So whether I got inspired by Jimmy Page and I inspire a younger kid, I mean that's all great. You know. I'm gonna leave you guys with a song for like 2 minutes. I really need to use the washroom. So let me just play this. Yeah, Tony Rice. I'm not. I don't know him that well, but it's cool. I'm gonna be right back. All right. Sorry about that. I really have to go. Alright, so who's left? Squid, I have a Squire. My only electric. Okay. Alright, so yeah, that's it. I mean, I'll turn this off if you want. Let me know if you want me to turn this off. I can play some guitar or just talk. Whoever's out there, there's like a few of you out there that have chimed in. Like, say hi, tell me where you're from. And subscribe if you want to join this kind of entertainment some other time. Guitar chat. I'm down for that, man. This is a good way to spend an evening. Okay, let me fix that. There we go. Sorry about that. This is all new to me. Yeah, I'm just saying, anybody out there want to chime in, tell me where you're from, and if you play music or not, and if you like this kind of stuff, subscribe and let's see what happens. Like, I can do this again. I'm just trying this out for fun, you know, and I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying talking with you guys because it's nice to reach out and get different perspectives on music and playing and all that, you know. So just let me know if you like this or not. Yeah, I had to use the washroom. I'm sorry, I had to leave with music playing. I watch these live streams of these famous YouTubers, and they do 2 hours. I don't know, maybe it's my age, but how do you do 2 hours without going to the bathroom? American Chestnut, that must have been cool. You know, I love reclaim the wood kind of projects. There's a barn near my house. Oh, my hair's popping up. There's a barn near my house down the road there. It's falling apart. I'm so tempted to just rip one board off the side because it looks like it's just peeling off and make a guitar out of that board. But I'm not a thief, so. Your dad's an opera singer. Oh my God, so was my dad. Not professionally, but my dad had a great opera voice. He sounded like Mario Lanza. He actually did, at my first communion, he sang Ave Maria in the church without a microphone, just him and the organ. And he belted out this tune like powerhouse. It was just awesome. So good on you, Ian. I mean, that's something to be proud of. You know, your dad's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm not a big opera fan, but when it comes to Mario Lanza, I just love his because it reminds me of my dad. My dad, you know, I mean, I could talk a lot about my dad and good and bad, but you know, he had a great voice. He was a cop. He saved lives in a fire in 1965, the year before I was born. He dragged three people out of a burning building. So he was a bit of a hero, but he's also wasn't a great dad, but he was a great singer. He was a good cop. Uh, you know, everybody's got their things, you know. You can. What do you mean by that? Or are you trying to say Yukon? I think I see an A. My eyes are bad. It looks like you can. I guess if you're saying Yukon or you can, I'm not sure. And welcome to the room. Welcome to this disorganized chaos that we're having here right now, which is very fun. I know it's probably annoying. I'm not looking at the camera at all. I'm looking at the screen. You know? I'm not a I'm not a cover band guy. So no, I'm sorry. I could create originals in front of you right now, but I'm not an original guy. I'm drinking homemade wine. I make my own wine. It's a Chevignon, Cabernet Sauvignon, something like that. It's a kit I buy off Amazon. Actually, it's pretty cool. Sorry, Agus. I'm really sorry. I can play some blues for you. I can play some. I can make up stuff right now on the spot, but I don't do covers. I don't learn other people's songs because I always produce my own music, which takes a lot of time. Producing your own music takes away from practicing, and I mean, those songs have been done. So for me, I want to make my own songs. You know, it's just kind of how I feel about that. I've always been that way. Turn some more lights on because it kind of got dark when the sun went down. I didn't realize it. I like the floodlights. I think they're pretty cool. So we got some people here who haven't chimed in yet. So kind of say hi and introduce yourself to the group. See what's going on. Yeah, dude, that's only small part of the guitars I have, Ian. I've got 17 at least, if I counted properly recently. Yeah, and I got maybe four unbuilt guitars that I'm working on.
From Wikipedia.org, in the early 1930s, Selmer guitars in Paris manufactured
All right, so my Alexa just started talking.
guitar designs by the Italian Ruti and Mario Machiavelli that they marketed to banjo players for use as a second instrument.
Okay, Squid, that's an easy answer. I don't even have to think about it. It would be Led Zeppelin, New York, Madison Square Garden, 1973, any night. Yeah, the song remains the same. To me, is probably the best live album. Period, because of its energy, its performance, its power. There's albums that are better performed as far as technicality. There's songs, but I'm a big Zeppelin fan, and 1973 Madison Square Garden, hands down, that's where I would go. My second choice would be Woodstock, Jimi Hendrix. Uh, yeah, I like building guitars. My favorite part about building guitars is actually staining the wood, sanding it and staining it. You wouldn't believe how much I love doing that. JTB, I'm not a technical guy. When I tap, I just do it. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm a self-taught person. I don't know the technical aspects. I don't know theory. I can't read music. And when I tap, it's instinctual. So I don't really understand what I'm doing. So to say what I'm doing to you would be would not be fair because it's not something that I understand what I'm doing. I just do it when it happens. I'm more into hammer-ons than tapping. I like tapping, but I find it's overdone. I like hammer-ons. Like I don't know if you noticed before when I was playing, or no, you probably weren't here. I always hammer-ons, open string hammer-ons. So that's what I mean by what I do. You know, hammer-ons. It's not instinctive to me. I mean, tapping is not instinctive to me. It's hammer-ons that I do. Like that. There's a hammer-on. So, one, you know, just to reiterate, not reiterate, but to explain, when I say guitar and chat, I mean me just jamming and chatting. I'm not a guitar teacher. I'm not a guitarist. I don't have any. Like I said before, I don't have any theory or I can't read music. I'm not a guitar teacher. I'm not one of those guys who just sit there and shred and know what the hell they're doing. I don't know what I'm doing. What I do is I play, and I play what I like, and I play what feels good to me at the moment, and I play what makes sense to me emotionally and maybe technically to a point. I am a little bit, I do know some techniques, but I don't think about it. I just play. So I'm the wrong guy to say, hey, how do you do this? How do you do that? How do you do this? I don't know what I do. I just do it. So if you're here, it's just to listen and talk, not really. I mean, I'm not gonna. I can answer you questions about how to approach guitar playing, how to what to do and not to do in certain aspects of guitar playing, but I'm not a teacher. I've never been a teacher. Ibanez, I love Ibanez. I have, I call it the Red Devil. It's 1982 Ibanez Blazer, which I actually added Eric Clapton pickups to it. They're the Sennheiser silent ones or something like that. JTB, the only advice I can give you is don't look at specs. Go try them out with your guitar. If you can bring your guitar, and if they have the amp you have in the store, try the cabinets with your guitar and your amp because that's where you're going to get your sound. Specs are bullshit. I mean, you can get specced out of your brain, but it doesn't mean you're going to get the right sound. The right sound is what you hear, what makes sense to you. And I have amp simulators with cab simulators. I mix and match amps and cabs, and I get sounds that I love. And obviously, if I had the real cab and the real amp, my room would be full because I got hundreds of them in my, in my gear. But it's what you hear. Stop thinking about specs and stop thinking about, oh, this one's better than that one because he said so and he said so. No, it's your ear. It's not their ear. It's your ear. Everybody's ears are different. What you like is what you want. So that's my best advice on that. Just listen to what you're buying. Forget what people say. Forget what all the guys who have like hours of videos of, just forget that. Listen to the cab with your amp and your guitar. That's my best advice for you, JTB. I'm waiting what you want me to suck, Elias. My your butt. No, dude, I'm not on that team, man. I'm sorry, dude. You're gonna have to go to another chat room for that. Yeah, dude, like that's just silly. You're gone. Sorry, man. I was watching a video of myself from 18 years ago, which ages me, but anyways. And I wasn't using a pick. I was just, and I forgot that I used to play without a pick. Now I play with a pick all the time. And my favorite pick is the Jen Dunlop 73 millimeter, whatever it is. But yeah, I used to play without a pick for years, and I forgot about that. I just, like, as a guitarist, you kind of go through phases. Sound, technique, attitude, these things all change. I mean, using no pick, I mean, I mean, I don't mind. That's about, it's a different way of playing when you don't use a pick. So it's a bit more liberating. You kind of, I like to flange my strings with my hands instead of just picking note by note. So I don't know. I'm a sloppy pick. I'm a sloppy player. Like, before you start commenting, I know I'm a sloppy player. I'm a Jimmy Page fan, and he was sloppy, and I love sloppy, and even Hendrix was sloppy. Well, JTB, it all depends on your situation. If you have a place where you can use an amp and volume is not a problem and you can afford to have it loud enough to record it with a microphone properly, I would go with an amp and a cab, 100%. But if you're in a situation like me, I'm in an apartment and everything I do is with headphones, and yeah, I use a Donner, which is 250 bucks, Arena 2000, which has amp simulations in it and everything, and they sound great. Um, I have guys who I know who are professional musicians who listen to my music and go, "Oh, you're using a Plexi 69 on that song." I said, "No, it's an amp simulation." So, hearing, and let me explain this. Hearing is subjective. I have hearing aids. I hear better than most musicians do because they don't have hearing aids. Musicians that are 60 years old and tell you this sounds better than that, They're full of shit because they're actually listening with their bad ears. I'm sorry. I don't want to offend anybody, but they're listening with their bad ears. You're 60 years old and you don't have hearing aids to correct your hearing, and you've been playing music all your life, your ears are screwed. You know? So it's all a matter of perspective. If it sounds good to you, do it. String noise is cool. Yeah, if it's in key, but you know what? Being in key is not always 100% necessary. It's what you do after or before that makes it the in key situation. If you hit a bad note and you're not in key, slide into the next note, you're probably going to be in key. Simple as that. I mean, how many mistakes became legendary on albums in the 70s, you know? You got to think of that. By the way, guys, I'm really enjoying this chat. This is kind of like a good evening, you know, to hang out and stuff. Hey, JTB, like, it's just my opinion. Hey, don't take it to the bank. You got to think for yourself and realize for yourself what's actually going on. And all I got to say is if it sounds good to you, it's probably great. You know? If it doesn't sound good to somebody else and it sounds good to you, fuck them. That's all I have to say about that. Still a few people that haven't chimed in to say what's going on, man. You know, two chord progressions, like they could be gold. I wrote a whole song with one chord and just little nuances within the chord, and you never know. Like one chord, two chords, three chords. You don't have to be a jazz player to make good music. And jazz players do seven chords that don't make sense and nobody listens to you. And rock and roll people do three chords that millions of people listen to. So there's no like, you know, how many chords, and it's what sounds good to you and what makes you feel good, you know. That's my opinion. And it's good when you get obsessed with your own creation, by the way. Well, get yourself a headphone situation. Get yourself some kind of setup where you can plug your headphones in and play guitar as loud as you want in your headphones. That's what I do. I've been doing that since the 90s. I live in an apartment building and my neighbors don't hear me play at all. This is my cat, by the way. Yeah, cats can do damage. Just looking in the camera, I can see my scratches. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah, it's the cats. Well, one cat. The other one doesn't scratch me. Well, she doesn't want to scratch me. She just plays and Yeah, I love my cats. I'm a cat person. I always have two cats. Ever since I've been a young man, I've always had two cats. Keep each other company, you know? It's a good thing. Cats are good company. Cats are like teenagers. They don't give a fuck unless you feed them or not. Dogs are like 3 year olds. They always need attention, you know? So I'm not into that. I love dogs, don't get me wrong. I mean, I've never met a dog I didn't like except for one. That's a long story. But cats just, they're chill. They're like teenagers. They're chill. Like, you know, feed me and give me what I want, affection, and I'm good, you know? They don't bug you. They don't come running at you at the door and pestering you. Like, I'm more chill. I'm more like a cat, you know? Yeah. So I'm gonna play a little guitar and then I'm gonna sign off. Because that's just the kind of guy I am. All right, guys, I'm going to sign out. And I invite you all to come back the next time I'm live and enjoy this fun conversation we've been having. So I appreciate every one of you that have showed up tonight, and especially those of you who have joined in the chat. And next time I go live, subscribe, you'll know, and we can continue this conversation. So thank you very much for joining. Thank you very much for chatting with me. I enjoyed every conversation I had tonight. All of you have been great, and you know, hey, this is the way things work, right? You meet people, you talk to people, you chat with people, conversation, communication. That's what life's all about. And enjoy life, and remember, you know, be good to people, because you never know who they're going to be in the future for you, you know? Like, life is just a grace. It's a graceful thing. So have fun. Enjoy your evening or morning or wherever you are. And we'll talk soon. And peace out, man. I'm out of here.